Hello everybody, I'm Thomas and welcome back to the fourth video of this series in which I'll be playing Fantastic Factories, a game designed by Joseph Chen and Justin Faulkner with art by Joseph Chen. In this video, I will be playing the last of the low complexity corporations, which is the Standard Tools Corporation. Its description reads, when building, the blueprint card you discard does not need to match the tool symbol of the card you are building. So whenever I build something, I could basically discard any card. Doesn't have to be a matching symbol, and that will be good. So let's go ahead and get started. So for my market phase, I will grab the nuclear plant just so I have some way to start producing some goods. And with that, we're on our way to the worker phase. So hopefully I get a 6. I do. But do I have the stuff to build it? Well, that's the question. I basically just need some metal to build it so I can use... Oh, I can't build it then because I don't have a way to get metal. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to use this 6, unfortunately, this turn to get some metal so I can actually build the nuclear plant. Next turn, I will use this 3 to grab just 3 energy, generate that on up, and that's nice to have. And then finally, this 1 and 2, I will both send to research, so I can basically draw 2 cards, get another nuclear plant, and an incinerator. All right, machines first turn, what are they doing? So 5, right off the bat, they are clearing the market. I guess they're probably grabbing the top card first, which is the lighthouse. Unfortunately, that's a monument, so they're getting 2 points. And I'll fill back into the market, and then we'll see what they are actually scoring for. So purple, they are not. Blue, they are not. Yellow, they are not. Red, they are not. I kind of want to grab that solar array, so I think I will. And maybe try to build that before I build the nuclear plant, maybe this turn, if possible, because I have some resources now. So if I roll 6, which I did, then maybe I can figure something out to maybe build both of those, but let me math this out. Yeah, so I think I can spend, I'll discard the nuclear plant to build the solar array, and I have to discard a metal and 2 energy to do so. Now, whenever I build a card, I will get 2 energy back. And then what's nice is I can spend, we'll spend the trade school, it doesn't really matter, and to build the nuclear plant I do have to spend my 4 down here in the mine to generate 1 more metal, but then that is my second metal along with 2 energy, getting myself the nuclear plant built. And since I have my solar array, I can of course get 2 energy back. Then I will use my 6 dice over here to generate a good and an energy at the nuclear plant. I'll use the 1 up here in research to at least draw 1 card. It's Skunk Works. I do like this card. I need some more metal to use it though. And I guess I will probably just use this 3 to get some more energy, just so I have extra energy on hand, and then maybe that'll help with some contractors. Maybe I'm trying to build something. So yeah, 3 extra energy. And with that, that's it for my turn. Back to the machine. What are they doing? They're grabbing quarry, adding that to their utility section. And then as far as what they're scoring for, they're not scoring for purple, they're not scoring for blue, they are scoring for yellow, and they are not scoring for red. So 1 point. So I think I will discard the harbor to hire the apprentice up here, which essentially lets me draw a card, and then I get scrapyard, not bad, and then I get to roll an extra worker for my worker phase. So I will add in a 5th worker, and let's see what I get. Hopefully at least a 6. There's no 6 this time, but maybe I can get some vitamins, or I don't know. Maybe there's no 6 this round for the nuclear plant, unfortunately. Well, I'll at least use the 4 down here in the mine to generate me a metal, and then I will spend my megalith to build the Skunk Works for 1 metal and essentially just 1 energy. It costs 3 energy, which I do have, but then my solar array gives me back 2, so I only lose 1. I wish I could activate Skunk Works, but I'm out of metal again. This is kind of an issue. I think what I maybe should have done is built the scrapyard first. I don't know what to do here. I am at a kind of a loss because I have just no metal and no way to get metal. I guess I'll put both of those 2s up here. I'll grab 3 cards and see what that gets me. Everything requires metal. I don't have metal. I will spend another card just to draw 2 more cards, I guess. Also does not help me in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I guess I have a lot of cards now, so I could hire any of the contractors when it goes back to the market phase, which is something, I guess, but I don't know what else to do. Like, this 3 is kind of useless to me. Like, I could put it here to generate, but then I think I'm going to be maxed out on my resources, so I don't even know if it's worth it. I mean, I guess I will, just to have them. Okay, never mind. I had to double check. You can have up to 12 resources. So I'm sitting okay for now because that's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So not bad, but that's it for my turn. All right, back to the machine's turn. They are grabbing the airport and adding that to their production section. And then as far as what they're actually scoring for, purple they're not, blue they are, yellow they are not, red they are, so 2 points. The investor would be good right now. The motherload would be good right now. I just have too much energy and I need to do something with it. I mean, the refinery, I guess, would also be a good way to turn energy into metal, but that doesn't really produce me goods. But I guess neither does the motherload. I would still need to build both of these, which kind of sucks. So I'd need to at least roll some metal generation at some point. I could go with like the investor and then just maybe get metal. But if the top card doesn't have a metal resource, I won't get metal. So I think the best course of action for now is just to grab motherload. And then maybe if refinery is still there and I have a lot of extra energy still, I'll hop back to it. But I don't think that's the move. So roll my 4 workers up. Can I get a 6 this time? I got 2 6s. Okay. I got a 4, a 6, a 4, and a 6. So I will first spend a 6 over here on the nuclear plant to generate a good along with an energy. I'll spend the 2 4s in the mine to generate 3 metal. I will discard good old Vault 101 so I can build the scrapyard down there, which costs me a metal and 2 energy, though I get my 2 energy back from my solar array, which is nice. And the scrapyard will now allow me to essentially gain a metal every time I build a card. So that'll help with my metal situation a little bit. And then I will go ahead and discard the Empire to build the motherload down here, which costs me a metal, but with this I kind of get the metal back. I still do have to discard the 3 energy to build it. Then I'm going to discard the dojo to build the drone, which requires me to discard a metal and an energy. Actually, instead of the dojo, I'm going to discard the temp agency because I meant to hold on to the dojo because now I want to discard the dojo to use with the drone. Essentially with the drone, I gain a worker equal to the build cost that has a build cost of 2. So I gain a 2 value dice, which I will use on Skunkworks combined with my metal to finally get that going. Maybe a little bit later than I would have wanted to. Manufactory is a good one to have, and Academy is also a good card to have, so not bad. Oh, and I guess I will use then the 6 down here to generate 2 metal. And with that, yeah, that's going to be it for my turn. All right, let's see what the machine's doing. They're grabbing card number 3. So, oh boy, they're grabbing a beacon. There's their 3rd monument. So that's not good as far as what they're scoring for. Purple, they are not. Blue, they are. Yellow, they are. Red, they are not. So 2 points. So they just gained like 4 points in one turn. I'm going to use an energy to refresh the contractors. Yeah, honestly, none of these cards look that great. I'm going to grab the warehouse just so if the saboteur is still up there next round, then I can hire them because I'll have a blue icon. And let's see what my workers could be up to. Hopefully I get a 2 and a 6 are kind of what I'm on the lookout for. So I did get my 2, did not get my 6. Maybe I can use my drone to get a 6, but a build cost of 6 is kind of hard to come by. So I will start with activating the Skunkworks, which costs me a metal to do. But it will generate me another good here, and then I can also draw 2 cards. So got the gymnasium and the dojo. I'm going to spend the 2 over here on the motherload, so I will be able to generate a metal. And then I will spend 2 metal along with 3 energy to build the manufactory, which I have to discard something. I will discard the incinerator, I think. Yeah, it's to build the manufactory. And so my solar array goes off, so I get my 2 energy back, along with my scrapyard goes off, so I do get my metal back. Then I'm going to discard the gymnasium to activate the drone, giving me a worker of 1. And then I will use both my 1s over here in the manufactory to get that going, so that will generate me a good, along with, I will choose 2 metal. This may not be the best move, but I'm going to discard 3 metal to get me the academy over there. And I have to discard a card to do that, so I'll discard the warehouse. And then to activate the academy, I will discard this training card, which is a dojo. So then I will be able to generate a good down here, along with a vitamin. And that's, oh well, I still have this guy to use. So I'll just draw a card with them. see what I get. And it is an obelisk, so that's kind of nice. And I think, yeah, that's it for my turn. All right, let's see what the machine's up to. Oh boy, they're doing the full turn of grabbing the top card here, which is a red card. Then they're going to sabotage one of my most productive places, which I will probably just, it's tied between the nuclear plant and skunkworks. I will just go with probably the nuclear plant, I guess. I don't really know. And then a 6 also refreshes all of the contractors. All right, then as far as what they're scoring for, they're not scoring for purple, they're not scoring for blue, they're not scoring for yellow, they are scoring for red, so 1 point. All right, back to my turn. I will just discard the obelisk to hire the investor, which I can draw and reveal a card, gain 4 metal. All right, let's see what my workers are up to. Do I get a 6 and a 2? I do. I get a 1, 2, and 2 6s. The 6 doesn't really matter because I forgot that the nuclear plant is going to be sabotaged anyway, so I can't really use it. So I guess I will place just the 1 over there. I will place the 2 over here to activate the skunk work, so I can discard a metal, and that'll generate me a good along with 2 cards. So I get the cannery and the skunk works. I will then use these 2 6s over here in the manufactory to generate another good, and as far as the extra thing, I will get 2 cards. So I got the biolab and the dig site. Back to the machine, they're doing the 6 thing again. So they're grabbing the top card, just a purple. They're going to be sabotaging, I guess they can't sabotage my nuclear plant. They are going to sabotage skunk works. And then they have to refresh the contractors. Then as far as what they're scoring for, they're not scoring for purple. They are scoring for blue. They're not scoring for yellow. They are scoring for red, so 2 points. I'm going to discard the skunk works to hire the apprentice for my market phase, which will allow me to draw a card and roll an extra worker. So my extra card is another biolab, which I already have one, but whatever. Can't hurt to have another, I suppose. And then roll up my workers. Hopefully I get a 6, and I did. So that at least, and I got doubles. I got doubles because that will help for the manufactory. So the 6 will go over here to activate the nuclear plant, which does generate me a good along with some energy. And then I will use the 2 1s over here at the manufactory to get me a good, along with, I'll do the 2 cards. So I get refinery and concrete plant. All right, I had to scoop my stuff down because I am going to build the cannery right there. So that's going to cost me 2 metal and 2 energy. I basically only have to pay 1 metal because of my solar array will give me my 2 energy back, and my scrapyard gives me basically 1 of my metal back. And then I can use my vitamin to turn this 4 into a 3 and activate the cannery. So that does generate me a good along with a vitamin, which is nice. And then, oh yeah, then I'm going to use this 4 over here for skunkworks to start repairing that. And I think that is, that's all I'm gonna do probably. Well, hold on. I can do something like this. I could discard the biolab for the drone to get myself a 4 worker, and then I'll use the 4 on research to draw a new card. Ooh, that is exactly what I wanted. This is a good card, and I could build it, but I wanted to get a training card so I could discard it for the academy. So that will get me another good on the academy, along with a vitamin, and I'll have to double check, but I think that's going to trigger the end of the game. Yes, I have 12 victory points. That's going to trigger the end of the game, so we have the rest of this round and 1 more round. But that's it for my turn. Back to the machine's turn. We'll see what they're doing. So they're grabbing this utility card, the refinery. And then as far as what they're scoring for, they are not scoring for purple. They are scoring for blue, not scoring for yellow, not scoring for red. So I will definitely just discard the dig site to hire the apprentice, which allows me to draw a card, get the megalith, and then I will be able to roll an extra worker on my final worker phase. So hopefully at this point, the skunk work is done being repaired. So hopefully I get a 6 and or a 2. Did not get a 2, but I do have vitamins. I got 3s to use in the cannery. Did not get doubles, but that's okay. I think I can work around all of that. So I will start with the 6 in the nuclear plant to generate me a good along with an energy. Then I will use one of the 3s in the cannery to generate me a good over here along with a vitamin. I will use a vitamin to change this 3 into a 2 and use that to activate the skunk works. I have to spend a metal to do so, but that will generate me a good, along with I get to draw 2 cards. So I get the Phantom and the Test Range. Then I will discard the Phantom to use the drone to get a 2 valued worker. And then I will use a vitamin to make them a 1 value worker, and then put both of these ones over here on the manufactory to get that going. That will generate me a good and something else, which I will of course take the 2 cards, hoping to get a training card, and I do not. I will use the 5 on the mother load to generate me 2 metal, and then I will discard the testing range to build myself the recycling plant, which technically only costs me 1 metal, and I do get 2 energy back because of my solar array. Hopefully the AI doesn't do anything too crazy. They're grabbing the number 4 card, once again another utility card for them. And as far as what they are scoring for, they are not scoring for purple, they are scoring for blue, they are scoring for yellow, they are scoring for red. All right, let's go ahead and add up the total, starting with my stuff. I'm gonna start with my buildings and compounds. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. And then adding on goods on top of that, I have 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23. 23, I'm not feeling super confident. They got a lot of goods those last few rounds, which aren't even fully on screen. Yeah, there's a lot. So 23, do they beat it? Probably. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 28, they beat me by 5 points. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. I'll be back next week attempting the next corporation, so subscribe if you want to catch that. If you want to see one of my recent videos, click up there in the top right corner of the screen.